Hello. Wait a little bit. See if. Oh, I gotta find my stupid stuff with if anybody's out there, don't say anything yet. I don't know where my YouTube control center went. There. Ooh, we're excellent. I'll at least get one view on there by adding myself. Hey, I'm on there. That's good. We'll wait. Hopefully one person gets on here. Doesn't matter if there isn't. This is just kind of practice. Excuse me. Yep, gotta turn that down. We shall see. I can go between these now. Might be able to see on here. See if I can get that to show. There is a sketch of a guppy on there. I moved the wrong way. Pretty light, but that's all I need. I haven't done a watercolor in some time now. It's been a fair amount of time. And what does it say? Wow, I have a viewer. I don't know what that says. Whatever. I don't know. I can't keep up with that. Okay. It's probably me actually watching it, so. But I'm gonna just paint and do a little bit of this just to see if I can do it while I'm online. I got stuff running over to the side, or a picture of guppy. I picked a guppy just because they're easy for me to sketch. Not really what I have somebody wanting a different fish painting in a watercolor. I haven't done one in several years. So I need to kind of get back, and guppies are kind of easy with a lot of color, and it doesn't matter. This might not turn out that great, but I'm just using an old political sign that I got my paper taped to. Reusing stuff. It's the way to do it. Okay, we'll start with some light colors. A little bit of water on this too. Why did OBS reconnected? Am I there? Guess so. Yep. It's there. I don't know. But anyways, let's try to start painting on this. Just I'm not too concerned about what. I'm just trying to get back in the mode of thinking watercolor paints because they're kind of hard to get the. I thought watercolors were going to be really easy to do. Watercolors are not the easiest form of painting there is. You think since, well, you did it as little kids and it's got to be easy. Nope. Uh, we'll leave a little. Try to make it fairly bright colored. Kind of no wrong way to do a guppy. It's a good thing about them. What should we do for other? We'll go to some green. Add some green up in this area. Yeah, it's been a while, so this may totally be screwed up. But watercolors are kind of what you want them to be. Oh. Even though nobody's here watching right now, it's good practice for me. Yeah, I was really tired today, so figured this might be a good way to wake up. Been a rough couple days, but we're getting over it now. I'm gonna go to some nice dark blue, maybe just a touch of red in it to get a little purplish color, not too purplish, and a little more purplish than that. Okay. I don't worry about putting too much detail in any of this. Even when I'm doing really, trying to be a little better. It's like you don't want a huge amount of detail in watercolors, I don't feel like. I'm going to go with lighter, more red up there, pinkish almost. This may turn out really horrible. Like I said, I'm not going for perfect in this. I'm just trying to get my brain back around to thinking watercolorish, and that's tougher than you'd think because this you have to actually start with the lighter stuff and decide where the light is going to be and leave all that, and you just kind of cover up the dark more and more. And kind of a goofy way of painting. I didn't add any. We'll go a nice dark fin on it. And yes, I gotta hold my stuff close and just the way I gotta do it. We'll see now if I can get that to fade out. Yeah, maybe we'll make it really dark on the ends. Kinda, yeah, I don't really like that, but doesn't matter. It's getting there. Oh, sorry. This is more just getting the feel of watercolors again. A little dark there. Oh, getting there. Looks kind of like a guppy. Eyes go the wrong way. Oh, actual people. Hello. Oh, geez. Holler. BC. Nice to see you. Heidi. Heidel. Nice to see you. Yeah, I know it probably sounds a little soft. I can't get it. I gotta really enunciate towards the. I'll move the mic a little closer. Maybe that'll help. You're still gray. Not quite sure what that means. I'm sure you'll tell me though. Yeah. Oh, definition on the edge of the fin here. No, see about that big, and you'll put a little bit on the top too. Kind of getting there now. You can see the general shape of it. Hope you can hear me better now. Maybe you don't want to hear me. Yeah, we'll figure out something. I might need one of those clip-on ones. Yeah, we'll do a little definition on this. Go back with some lighter color now. I don't know. You might not want to hear me. You never know what I'll say. Ooh, I don't like that color. Get rid of that. We'll put some of that purplish stuff up in the kind of a light purplish. Some more water. There we go. I'm no Bob Ross, so you'll get that pretty quickly. I have a lot of happy accidents, though, so some of them are even while I'm painting. Yeah, I need some other color in there. Really light blue, I think. Just a touch of yellow in there too. This is gonna look nothing like a real actual guppy. Oh man, I keep doing that to the wrong. Maybe if I try this other camera, we'll see. It's definitely a work in progress. Yeah, that way. Wow, I lost about half my audience. You basically have two people watching it. It's not tough. Okay. Oh. What else do we want to add to it? It will look more like one by the time I'm done. A lot of this is just getting shading in and get a little grayish color there. Water down a little. Try to. Okay. It's a really dark top of the head. They often have that. Find that edge. There, that helps some. Now you can at least see what it's. Jeez, I moved the wrong way. Yeah, you always kind of lurk. I expect that. Hope you get good news. Try to get the eye kind of started here. There. Black. I need to get myself some bifocals. I think my eyes have gotten worse since the last time I did this. Getting there. This isn't going to be my prettiest one ever, but smudged a little. That's something that happens. Hello, Suzanne. Huh. Nice to see you here. Glad Heidel is advertising me. She can't go without dropping links in Discord. It's kind of an addiction for her, I think. Let's see what else I need for colors. Yeah, I figured you would. You know, you don't really have to yet. Yes. I'm just trying to figure out the darn equipment and the programs. Ugh. Yeah, I was saying I was a little tired before. It's like been a rough couple days. Who knew some things could be so tiring? Yeah, I could use a sub. Oh, you're talking like people subscribing. Oh, I mean like a roast beef sub. Man, I could go for that right now. On a wrap, though, I don't do all the carbs. Yeah, we're getting there. A little color to the tail now. Going to be a very not colored like nature guppy. But I'm just trying to mix colors and use some. The actual real one is going to be a bluegill that a gentleman wants. He had purchased a couple from me. Ooh, he was one of the first people to ever buy paintings from me. I mean, like a dozen years ago. But he had given most of them away, so he had recently reached out to me and asked if I could do a bluegill for him, so I'm going to try, but I have to get a little used to the paints again, because I've been painting mostly in acrylics. A little easier for me to paint with them. I didn't like that green in the tail, so I'm covering most of that up. You can actually cover some stuff in watercolors, but it's always going to show through some. I'll try to spread that out a little with the. You can just take a wet brush and kind of move stuff around. Needs to be a little wetter. It gives you the soft edges and stuff that you want with watercolors. When I go back with some dark stuff, it'll really make some of this stuff pop better. And yeah, I better add a little more yellow up on this top part. Oh, thanks, Suzanne. That's nice of you. Um, yeah, I don't do X very much. That's a tough one. I always forget my login information and never say that. And yes, I was saying I do I do acrylics. This Here's a portrait of my dog that I did in acrylics. And shows up okay. Yeah, like even here, this one was done. That one was just done this year, not too long ago. This was one I did like what year? 2012 that I have hanging up here. Yeah, oils. I've done some oils. They're just hard for me physically. I have some issues that it just makes it hard. But I have some. Do you use the water soluble oils? Because those are really nice. I've done them a little bit, but I haven't recently, which I need to again. I'd like to paint outside, and either you about have to do oils or you can do watercolors too, and I want to do that a little bit more. Okay, we'll try to define some things now just to make stuff look better and do some dark colors. And, I don't quite like the acrylics. They're easier for me to. I can always cover up acrylics. Yeah, pastels I've never really tried. I have some. They seemed kind of interesting to me, but I don't know that I could do them very well, and so. Okay, I'll have to look at that. Oh, okay. I have a self-portrait that of myself. See if I can. Oh, I gotta get up to grab it. I'll be right back. Okay. Not many people have seen my self-portrait. Only a couple. And I don't know that it's that good. And okay, here, just a second. I'll actually show myself for a second. But the whole thing is that I used to have long hair. I recently cut it. So my hair isn't like this anymore. I kind of look like a Asian Nicolas Cage a little bit, which kind of works, but I probably am a little bit like that. You might not want to hear me that well. I had done one before. This one even looked more like angry Nick Cage being Asian. About as much as I am. Not really a people person. But hey, I try. In a few months, I'll try it again. Yeah. I know Heidel's a good moderator. She's a good instigator. She's a good a lot of things. Um, I thought maybe I even added her as a mod, but evidently not. Thank you, Heidel. Get back to this now. I kind of like the back fin. Thank you, Susan. I'll darken up some more of this stuff. I do. I know it's not the proper thing. People say don't use black, mix your own and all that, but I end up using a little black. I really do try not to use white in watercolor because then that's actually gouache instead of watercolor. So I do try to stick with that at least. I probably won't show when I do the bluegill that. Yes, you are an instigator. Oh, thank you. Liking the second one better. That was actually I felt better about that one. The first one I liked the style better, but the second one was actually the first one that I did, and I think it looked better. But it does have a little bit of that Asian Nick Cage look to it. Yeah, where doesn't Heidel mod for she's big in goat streams, I know that. Try to get a little thin look to it. We're getting there. This is by no means going to be perfect. Yeah, I was going to try to use just one brush, but I need a little smaller one around the eye. Want a little yellow around the eye. A little bit. I'll have to go back with something dark along there too. And yes, I know I am putting my hands where they shouldn't be and all this stuff that I'm not that that great with, but isn't perfect for with watercolor, but I have some physical limitations that cause me to have to paint this way, so it's just how I do. I was gonna show you too, Suzanne, I guess it is. I should have a picture. I usually do dog portraits have been my most common thing. There's one that I did that I recently finished. I like doing dogs. Dogs are good. People like dogs. And sometimes I do some wood carvings. This is a northern pike head that I did for someone that I actually received back because the gentleman passed away and his family wanted me to have it back, which was very nice of them. He was a good friend. Yeah, you never know. I might not be doing fine. Hey, at least I'm still on. I didn't know that I'd make it this far. Trying to see how long I've been going. 36 minutes. Holy cow. Yeah, I am pretty much self taught, so anything that you see me doing wrong is just my own fault. And I don't know that there's anything really wrong any way somebody wants to paint. Yeah, I need a little more reddish color in here. A blue. Let's see if I can get that to run and blend a little better here. I know, excuse me. There's some people that do very tiny, very thick paint. It'll take them a week to do a painting like this. I'm not that type of watercolor painter. I want them done pretty quickly. Though I'll spend more time on the actual ones like this one. I have no intention of selling or anything. This is just a practice piece. Oh, it's getting there. I move it the wrong way every time. It's not like a mirror. Thank you, Heidel. I like actually defining the edges and stuff, and so I'll often put a little bit of a black, at least hints of it here and there. And along the back, defines it, puts that back farther, and gives it a little more roundness, the shape. Yeah, I like the top fin. Not so sure about the others, but like I said, this is just a practice piece. Not gonna freak out if I don't like the end results too much. And getting there. Oh, boy, I'm making a mess on this too. It wouldn't be one I'd sell because I'm trying to do it too quickly just to get like an hour in this and at least have something that looks like a fish. I'll find another small brush. Got a better one for this stuff, I think. Get from there. A lighter color for up there. The eye. It's getting there. Not totally unhappy with it, so hey, it's about as good as I usually do. Just don't be totally unhappy with it. I'm gonna have to pre-plan topics of conversation for myself on these. Else it could get kind of boring. That's really dark. Thank you, Heidel. The consummate professional moderator you are. I'll figure out how to use the settings one of these days. Yeah, please like and subscribe. You know, doesn't cost you anything. Well, maybe your sanity if you listen to me too much, but none of us are that great, anyways. It's a risk that's worth taking. Heidel will be mad at me now. I'm too self-deprecating. She doesn't like that. What else should I do? Screwed up some of that. So I'll just make it look like I meant for that to be there because there's a couple, the male guppies have their thingies hang down below them. I don't remember what it's actually technically called. I used to know that kind of stuff. Guppy porn was a big thing. Probably shouldn't say that. That'll get I think I'm far enough into it. Not enough. I can't imagine YouTube's listening on it. If they did, man, it'd be the quickest deletion of a channel probably ever. It would be actually quite funny. I'm not quite sure what you're trying to tell me there, Heidel. I'm sure I'll at least get a couple views on this. I probably won't do a huge amount of work actually on where like this quickest stuff. Yes, that's what I should have said. Because guppies, they'll probably think is some slang term for something too. No, it's a fish. Sometimes guppies are just guppies. Different color dark. Kind of looks like a guppy. Might not be the best one ever. I wish it had some big blotches of red. I just want to see if I can. See how much it'll show up. I need to clean off my palette too. I'd like it's got a big old blob of red in here and up here maybe a little. Oh, showing up red in there. You can paint actually watercolors fairly thick at times, which is kind of weird, but you can. A little red right in there. And really common for them to have like some red up in here. I think it needs some red back in the tail here. Yeah, I don't know. I think this will just be one part, another 10-15 minutes, and I'll be happy with this. And like the painting I'll do of the bluegill, that'll take me actually a few hours. but I don't think I'll do that because I don't want to not on video and not stream it, because if I'm gonna sell that, I don't want it to be too bad. I don't mind doing, I'll work on the acrylics and stuff on stream, because with those I can always cover up stuff if I really have to. See if we can add just a little brightness of yellow in here. Pretty thick. Kind of did. There. Looks brighter in person. Maybe the other camera will show it better. I'll try that one. Ah, hit the wrong one. It's a dog. Where the heck is my... There. Looks kind of like one. I need to darken up the head a little on the bottom. Because I got it too dark right there. Don't like that. Try to cover that up with a little yellow. But there, I do have white for this that I could cover up some of that, but I hate doing that. That makes me feel like I failed, which I kind of have now on this, but I can lighten it up some. A little water. Scrub it just a little bit. Don't want to do too much or you'll raise the grain on the... Maybe we can just dab a little off. Yep, that'll help. Now I'll make the bottom side just a little bit darker, and it'll give it more of a roundness to it. I'm glad you like that. Yeah, I'm glad I'm doing a test one with watercolors, because I need to practice a little. Just a little bit more of the dark here. See if we can make the head look a little more round. It's weird. It really doesn't matter what colors you use. It's more the intensity and the shading and stuff. That's what actually gives the stuff the shape. I mean, you could make this in any color you wanted, which I pretty much have. I'm just joking, Heidel. I sometimes say I failed when I don't really think I failed. Don't take it so seriously. Jeez. Wait till talk. Yeah. PMS. Yeah. I don't have PMS, that's for sure. I've known a few people with it, but yeah. Henry Higgins. I know that reference. I'm not a gutter snipe. What? Yes. Is that not what the Henry Higgins is from? Yes. Yes, I know, My Fair Lady. And you know what she was? He called her a gutter snipe. You would be shocked at the movies I know. The rain in Spain falls mainly in the plains. Now I can't think of that because I'm horrible with names. Yes, no, you're Henry, but so you're the gutter snipe? I thought I was. I'm just a regular snipe. A couple spots of. I hate when I do that. I think we're just gonna call it at this about. Say that I've at least got some practice in. Yes. No, no gutter in there. Not yet, at least. I haven't gotten that low. I've been I've been low, but not quite gutter low. That's probably really good when I speak behind this. That I'm sure sounds great. Oh, well, this helped today. It's been kind of a long day. Been a long week, and it's only Wednesday. Jeez. But I really needed to have something that was a little different this afternoon. I like that there. I mean, there's more I could do to this, but I'm not really, and I smudged a few spots, so I'm not too crazy about really finishing it. I was just trying to get working on something. Yeah, it seemed to help. I don't know. Can you see that over there? I'll get back to my pheasant thing here pretty soon. It's raining out today. I was gonna do some stuff on that, but yeah, yeah, it's good practice. It just I haven't touched watercolors. I actually I don't mind them, and I do some. I don't know that I've really shown you any of my watercolors. I did in the last video, I guess. I showed maybe some, but like there's a catfish that I did a long time ago, back in 2013. Still had trout back in that same time period. There might be something else. Yeah, that one I don't like that well. There's a sockeye salmon. That was kind of fun. Should probably add a little redder, but it actually is in person. No, but I've done some and did a lot at one time, but it just, I don't know, acrylics got more fun for me, and that's what I went with. Yeah, I gotta figure out this, my, maybe I'll try something here. If I'm gone, I guess I'm gone. Trying to open something up. You like the backstop back here now? Hey, there it actually shows me what I want to see. Oh, that's where I should have been. Yeah, no, I moved. I angled everything a different direction because I wasn't gonna clean up all that stuff. I have some stuff I can maybe put something behind me that's nicer than just an unfinished wall, but hey, could be worse. You know? Yeah. Oh, I peaked at 4 views at one time. Wow. Um, yeah, I think then now I'm gonna have to go watch My Fair Lady. Jeez. I only made it about a third of the way through Ghost Rider. I can't do that movie. I really tried, but I can't do that one. But no, I can do My Fair Lady. I can find that someplace, I'm sure. But I'll try to do this again here soon. I'll probably do a video next time and just upload it. Maybe I'll do it live. Who knows? And just update on what I got done on the stuff and on the pheasant thing. I think that's about all I wanted to show. Yeah, so hope you had fun. Hope somebody actually might subscribe to me from this. If you don't, that's fine. You know, hey, everybody's got their choices. Just remember, it's a wonderful world out there. Till next time, have a good one.